Hello, good evening, everyone. And thank you for being patient. We just came out of closed session, and we called our meeting to order during the closed session so we can begin this meeting. We don't have any board president or superintendent comments to start off, and no presentations, so we'll go right to first opportunity for public comments. The board invites thoughts and reactions on agenda items and items of concern from members of our community who are present. Each participant is asked to give his or her name and address prior to making a statement, which will be limited to 3 minutes in accordance with Board Policy 0167. All statements shall be directed to the presiding officer. This public comment period shall be limited to 60 minutes. Are there any public comments? And just a reminder, if you can say your full name and address before, for all those that are making public comments, that would be great. Thank you.
Hello. My name is Preeti Vermani, and I live in Plainsboro District, 71 LC Drive, Plainsboro. So my concern here is, the school district has decided to combine the honors and the regular classes in high school. And I feel that's not fair to the kids who want to challenge themselves. And, in order to accommodate the kids who are in regular/ZP courses, the course has to be, brought down to a level of regular kids. And then it's not fair to the kids who are in honors courses. They will not be able to, challenge themselves for the AP classes. Because last year when my son was in bio honors, until the last day, the teacher was taking the course, and the last day, the test was taken. So if they're in a normal regular honors class, they were not able to finish the course. How do we make sure, combining both the honors and regular kids, will they be able to? Either the course has to be, mellow down a little, which will not, help the kids who want to challenge themselves for AP. And if the course is, mellow down from the, honors perspective, it doesn't help for the chemistry honors or the AP bio or AP chem. And secondly, this year, I think the pre-cal HNA was removed, and my kids were in HNA, and now it's in the pre-cal honors class. So the board decided to make the semester average as 90%, and some of the topics were removed from the pre-cal, which will benefit the kids who are taking calculus BC. So the teacher is fine, no complaints against the teacher, but if the course is not, if the topics are not in the curriculum, it's not going to help the kids. And my point is, if the school board plans to make a decision, do we really ask the kids who are at the receiving end? Do we take a survey whether it's helping or not, the kids? Like, if a change has been made, which has not been informed to the parents, like if this change is coming, there was no communication provided to the parents that school is proposing to change this. If no communication to kids, no communication to parents, and no survey taken by the kids, whether it helped or not helped, then how is school deciding it's helping? Is there any statistics to help or support this? So is there any presentation we can expect in the future regarding this?
Sorry, it's not a Q&A. This is not a Q&A session.
Okay,
so if you, we will take your comments.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Are there any other public comments?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Gaurav Handa, Plainsboro. The last time I was here, I think I was talking about the forest and the trees, and I think a tree actually fell on Village Road, so hopefully we don't have any such situation today. That's not to say that I'm a soothsayer of any sort, but I'm hoping today we'll get to hear from the board. I think there were committee meetings last week, so hopefully we get to hear from all of you about what you've decided as far as the issue of later start is concerned. I did want to bring a lot of you up to date in terms of the traction we've been seeing on this issue. So since the petition was put out there for the school district, We now have over 810 signatures, more than 6,000 views. And we also have some prominent members, including PTA presidents, who signed on to the petition as well. So when you go through the list, we see a lot of people from the district, a lot of parents from the district, a lot of kids from the district who are signing on to this petition. I think you yourself have seen across, and this was good guidance that we got from you, that keep showing up, keep talking about the issue. Across the last two meetings, you would have seen almost 100% jump in not just individual testimonials from parents, but also from people who are attending. So we had 11 speakers in the first meeting. I think it was almost 16 speakers that we had coming out there and talking about this issue. So change.org has actually proved to be a vital tool for people to organize and rally around a cause, and I think we've seen that lately. We are getting ready to support the cause in a much bigger way with participation from more people in the district, from nonprofits, and also a lot of the stakeholders. From what we have seen, coalitions like ourselves are an important communication vehicle for what the district and the parents feel and how we can even talk to school officials about it. I'm hoping that we get to hear from the board and the superintendent today, and whatever next steps you have planned, help us build the grist that will be required to implement later school start. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comments? Thank you.
Good evening, all. My name is Milind Manurkar, 15 Slayback Drive, West Windsor Township. I have a few questions here. I saw that the committee met last week, so is there a way for the public to take a look at those comments or be part of that committee or hear, dial in or listen to any of that thing? So that's my first question. And then the second question was, I know last time when we spoke, Dr. Ederhold said that he's going to talk to some of the other superintendents. So I just wanted to know, like, was that, did you get a chance to talk to them, and what was the outcome of that discussion? And then the third question is about making this session, making it more like a hybrid. I see that some of the other schools have implemented it. So can the public participate through by logging into the Zoom meeting or something, that they can all listen to this kind of a meeting here? And the final question is about the making the kindergarten full day. I think last time we brought this up, but I don't think we went into the process, what went into that process of making that decision. When you made that change from half day to full day, what process was followed? So basically what I want to know is what process went behind the scenes when that decision was taken, like before even taking that decision, what went inside? So those are some of the questions that I had. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments?
Good evening, everyone. This is Avanti Kanitkar from Plainsboro. This is my third time here, so I'm hoping third time's a charm. So as most of you know, we have formed a coalition, and we are actively pursuing this within the district. The next meeting that we have now is end of April, and we're hoping that whatever you have to share with us today will make up for the lost time that we'll have at the end of April. We will see you at the end of April at the budget meeting approval. As we are seeing, most parents are joining the cause every day, and we're extremely hopeful of a positive outcome today that can address their concerns and our concerns as well. Given that this will take some time to come about, we hope that the school district's next steps will help us bridge the gap between where we are right now and where we want to go from an implementation perspective. In addition to that, was trying to find the minutes of the committee meetings, but I couldn't find them. Maybe I looked in the wrong place. But I was told they would be up today, but I didn't see them. So maybe something went wrong. And I'd appreciate if you can share that with us today. This is totally non-related to my late start, but I looked on the agenda and I saw that Dr. Wilborn is retiring this year, and extremely, extremely sad about that. He's been wonderful. Our first experience in the school district was Wyckoff, and we've treasured it. And till today, I always wonder why we had to move from elementary school to Millstone, CMS, and HSN. Because as part of PTA at Wyckoff, as president as well, it was wonderful to interact with him. And I would probably have stayed as the Wyckoff PTA for the rest of our child's education, I think. So we wish him all the best in his retirement. And yeah, I will hopefully go see him before he retires. But thank you so much, everyone. And
Thank you. Any other public comments? Oh, okay. All right. Seeing.
Starry greetings, it's night time. Makaran Bidwai, Princeton, New Jersey. I want to apologize because I inadvertently injected myself in the equation when I mentioned the sabbatical part. I have no ambition to be a superintendent in this or any school district. Somebody was trying to battle with me what qualifications I have. You don't need qualifications other than courage, conviction, and vision. We have made ourselves into a world of different things, but 5-10 years down the road, colleges will die and all these qualifications will go away. I'm probably talking too much in ahead, but another thing is, I sent a nice email. There are 4 options here. I don't know what option is chosen or not chosen. The superintendent can have a can-do attitude, or he can delegate to one of the assistant superintendents. I saw him there, or the other lady who's here or not here. The other option is you could delegate an outside agency or an ex-superintendent. The goal here is that parents need it. And my daughter, as everybody knows here, is entering 9th grade. And I'm driving, and that's not a pleasant situation. I love driving cross-country. But driving in Plainsboro is not cross-country at all. And I'm doing it just because I think they get extra 20-25 minutes. My wife cooks a warm breakfast, and everything is pleasant in the morning, and that's what we want, to delay the thing. The other thing is, and I don't know if I have time to finish this, but I will at least start. I had invited a press reporter here, Brianna, I cannot say her last name, but she's from NJ Advanced Media. I'm just going to read a few things from 2015, and that they do connect here, and it's not, disingenuous, as the superintendent said 4 weeks ago. The school district, he said, was facing a crisis. The school district is facing a crisis with the sleep situation. Its students were overburdened and stressed out. All the students are overburdened and stressed out, juggling too much work and too many demands. And our high school is super demanding. I don't even know if President Biden is that busy as our high school students. So all things that he said then are valid for Let's Start. Then let's go, there's another couple of paragraphs, I don't know if I can finish it. In the previous school year, 120 middle and high school students were recommended for mental health assessment. We have not done any survey how many of these people are going through mental crisis. I mean, we did it when we needed it because it was your agenda, now it's parents' agenda. We need to do that survey. 40 were hospitalized. And on a survey administered by the district, students wrote things like, I hate going to school. Students do hate going to school even today in 2023. So, most of the things are portable here. I don't want to go through it because he knows it. Parents can get it through New York Times. I just want to make a little strange comment here that, is that a vanilla stress and is this a strawberry stress? I don't know why there are 2 different stresses.
Thank you. Are Are there any other public comments? All right. Thank you. Seeing none, we'll close the first opportunity for public comments. So now we will. Oh, all right. All right, Dr. Adderhold will comment.
The board committee meetings are posted online, so you can find them online. I've already commented in previous meetings, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time, but we're not going to be ruled by change.org and your number of clicks and views on change.org. So I appreciate that you're motivated. Your urgency doesn't dictate the speed that this board's going to do our due diligence. The board had an opportunity in committee to discuss. It's a discussion. So if you expected that you were going to come here tonight and expect that we would be making some kind of grand pronouncement, then somehow you've misjudged the comments that have been previously made. The board has to have a dialogue about whether the board wants to engage in some form of study. That does not happen in a vacuum. That does not happen in one meeting. And I've already been very clear, none of this happens for next year. While you've been very busy with organizing a coalition, we left here at 4:30 this morning with negotiations. We've built a budget and we've changed kindergarten schedule. That doesn't just happen. There's other things that happen in the running of a district. And there are qualifications to be superintendent, so I suggest you look into that. With respect to kindergarten, the decision is made after over 20 years of parents asking. So there's lots of history in the community about process that's been used. And with respect to the multi-level classes, first of all, it doesn't replace all AP and all honors. It's specific in 9th grade, and it does happen in the middle school. It happens in our mathematics program. In the 2015 school year, we went through 2015-16, implemented in 16-17, a redesign of our H&A mathematics program, and we have more than doubled our entrance. Many students that used to get denied access to honors and accelerated mathematics, we have more than doubled that. That cohort is currently in 10th grade, rising, 10th grade, correct? Or 10th grade, rising forward. And as that cohort has gone forward, there have been redesigns of math curricular sequence throughout those years. So some curricular changes in scope and sequences have occurred. There was a reference to pre-calc H&A, but there was not a need for pre-calc H&A with the sequence changes that gets kids to multivariable calculus. And a handful of kids exceed that curriculum. With respect to multi-level, this idea that, and I'm going to just say that it's an elitist ideal that somehow students that are in college prep dumb down honors students. That does not happen. That's not what happens in the classrooms. There's opportunities for students at all levels to be met with. Our teachers have been receiving training for years in mathematics in this area. This year, world history, it's happening. Next year, language arts and bio. So it's going to happen in 9th grade. And what you're going to see, parents, that you're all concerned about mental health, well-being, and transition, is that 2 years from now, once this sequence occurs, we'll start moving to a thematic, teamed approach, very much like a middle school teamed, in 9th grade, to transition our 8th graders into 9th grade. That does not happen if you don't have a sequence of curriculum that can occur. It can't happen when you have all these singletons and doubletons and kids going all these different levels. Now, we have been working with our students in math and in world history and talking to them, and you know what they say? We should absolutely do this. We want to be with our colleagues, and we are completely being challenged. It does not happen in AP because we follow a different curricular sequence aligned to the college board and the AP documents, as well as with our sequence to make sure our students are meeting the needs for the AP exams. So it does not happen, and there's right now no intention for it to happen in sophomore year. So again, we have made moves in our middle level. We have made moves to make this occur in both math and social studies, current 9th graders, and it will happen in 4 core areas next year at the high school with bio, language arts, social studies, and math. Thank you. And so I walked in at 5 a.m. from negotiations, so I'm on about 2.5 hours sleep, so you'll have to forgive me. But we're seeing great results for our students. And as I said, while there's no current plan to do that in 10th grade, because in 10th grade we start seeing some differences with respect to students entry points start changing with respect to advanced mathematics even further. And it becomes a little more difficult with certifications and some challenges. But the goal is really about the middle school transition from 8th grade to 9th grade. So we are very pleased with, we know the quality of our teachers, we know the quality of the professional development and the curricular redesigns that have occurred. We have every expectation that our students are going to receive the full aspects of the curriculum and they're going to be met at their instructional level that they're entitled to, their colleagues are entitled to. And the other secret here is the vast majority of our students qualify for honors. They don't all sign up. So what ends up happening, students that are now qualified are exposed to higher level, more rigorous curriculum. And you know what? They start signing up for it in sophomore year because they start seeing themselves as honors and advanced place students. So when we have underrepresentation with our African American, our Hispanic, white students, with them seeing themselves in honors classes, they're now all of a sudden, because we've already done our honors sections for next year, enrolling in. So there's an equity component to all of this work. And so, yeah, we're very much moving full steam ahead with that work. And this is not going to be something where we have no doubt that our honors level students are going to be met, because they're being met right now. Districts like Hopewell have already done this. This work is happening. New York has AP for all. We don't. We have entrance criteria. But we have to start asking ourselves about, should students have opportunities to step into classes and challenge themselves? So we're looking at access. And in a place where, what do we administer over 4,000 AP exams, right? You know, a ridiculous number of AP exams. Students taking 7, 8, 9 AP exams. Right. So you want to talk about academic pressure and you want to talk about lack of sleep, start talking about academic course load on our kids.
Thank you, Dr. Arnold. Okay, so we're now going to move to our committee reports. We'll start with Administration and Facilities Committee. Dana.
Hello, good evening. The Administration and Facilities Committee met on Tuesday, March 21st. The committee reviewed several policies and regulations which are recommended for a first reading at tonight's board meeting as follows. Policy 2423, bilingual and ESL education. Regulation 2423, bilingual and ESL education. Regulation 2460.2, participation by private attorney, lay advocates, consultants, or advisors at meetings with school district staff. And P5337, service animals. The committee reviewed the following two policies and recommended them for a second reading and approval at tonight's board meeting. P0152, board officers, and P0161, call, adjournment, and cancellations. Next, the committee discussed district facility rental contracts with community organizations for the current school year per Regulation 7510, use of school facilities. We also reviewed the 23-24 school calendar. With the shift to middle school trimesters, a change in parent-teacher fall conference dates is recommended for approval at tonight's meeting. The committee also discussed potential shifts in school start times to support student health and wellness. We recognize the need for further research on the impact to family schedules, childcare, extracurricular activities, transportation, and the budget, among other possibilities. Discussions will be ongoing. For referendum updates, punch list work is nearly complete. Closeout document submissions are being finalized at High School South, Community Middle School, and the High School North Dance Studio. Construction for the High School North Media Center and Culinary Arts Room include drywall finishes and ductwork. Punch list completion for Phase 1, Construction at the Wyckoff School continues. Phase 2 work is underway with masonry foundation and footings poured. Finishing, including lighting and painting at the Millstone River School and the Dutch Neck School Media Centers is ongoing. Spring sports are underway at both the middle and high school level. The committee reviewed athletic participation in the district, considering local and national trends that have seen a decrease in participation. We are hoping that the community members will look at the spring athletic schedules on the district website and come out to support our teams during this spring season. The committee reviewed updated job descriptions for teacher resource specialists for instruction and intervention, health benefits analyst, and security coordinator. The committee recommends these job descriptions for approval at tonight's meeting. The committee will next meet on April 18th.
Thank you, Dana. Any questions from board members? Okay, we'll move to Curriculum Committee. Loy?
Thanks, Rachel. The Curriculum Committee met on March 21st. We began with a presentation by Dr. Victoria Locane. She joined the committee to share her dissertation results. Her dissertation is titled Early Childhood Educators' Perspectives on the Challenges of Including Inclusive Literature and Implementing Culturally Informed Teaching Practices. Next, Dr. Adahold and the committee members discussed a late start for high school, pathways forwards to start evaluating the process, and impact of a possible change to late start were part of the discussion. Then Dr. Nathan shared that the ELL, English Language Learner, summer camp dates and locations have been decided, and also that intervention and support camps will continue to run this summer. Dr. Nathan then shared that a spreadsheet with the committee with the proposed writing for the spring and summer for summer curriculum writing, and the team of supervisors of instructions create the proposals based on standard changes, the strategic goal, new courses, and the need for support guides based on programmatic changes. And then lastly, Dr. Nathan shared that the teams in the district are working to propose professional development sessions to run this summer. Sessions will focus on the new full-day kindergarten implementation, strategic goals, new curriculum, strategies, and more. On the agenda to be voted on tonight is first we have the new textbook adoption. The Curriculum Committee recommends adoption of the following textbook, Algebra and Trigonometry, for the Algebra and Trigonometry course. It's Integrated Math 3 by Larson Boswell and published by Big Ideas Learning. Next, the Curriculum Committee recommends approval of the following professional development consultants. First consultant is ACTFL to provide a one-day developing and assessing the 3 modes of communication workshop on April 27th to dual language immersion and world language teachers at a cost not to exceed $2,977. The second consultant, Mindful Tech Initiative, to present a 2-hour AI in education, the relationship we cultivate with our device workshop on May 11th to district administrators at a cost not to exceed $700. Next, regarding professional development, the Curriculum Committee recommends approval for the following professional developments. So I'm going to go through a list here. First, 7 staff members to attend Teachers College, TC, Summer Writing Institute virtually on the 20th to the 23rd of June at a cost of $850 per person. 2 staff members to attend a 4-day TC Summer Reading Institute from the 26th to 29th virtually at a cost of $850 per person. 4 staff members to attend a 1-week TC Summer Teaching Writing in High School Institute virtually on July 10th to the 13th at a cost of $850 per person. 1 staff to attend a 1-week Teachers College Summer Rebalancing Balanced Literacy Institute virtually on the 31st of July to August 3rd at a cost of $850 per person. A staff member to attend a 1-week Teachers College Summer Foundational Reading and Upper Grade Workshop from the 31st of July to August 3rd, also $850 per person. 1 staff member to attend a 1-week TC Summer Writing Institute from July 18th to the 21st, also $850 per person. And 1 district administrator to attend the 2023 NJ TESOL conference in New Brunswick from the 23rd to the 25th of May at a cost not to exceed $700, including travel, partially paid through contractual funds. 1 district administrator, 2 teacher resource specialists, and 2 interventionists to attend a one-day building thinking classroom workshop at Rowan University from the 24th of May, on the 24th of May, not to exceed $280 per person. And last but not least, a teacher resource specialist to attend a one-day Cultivating Genius workshop at Rutgers on the 25th of May, not to exceed $197. So a lot of professional development happening. Next, the Curriculum Committee recommends approval of the following overnight field trips. These are for the high school. First, the robotics team to Lehigh University from April 5th to April 8th. Cost of the trip is approximately $400 per student. And the next, high school north, Junior Statesmen of America to Somerset, New Jersey, from the 21st of April to the 23rd. At a cost is about $225 per student. Next, the Curriculum Committee recommends approval to authorize entering into a 3-year agreement with Screencastify, Inc. It's a screen recording software. It's screen recording software for students and staff to record, edit, and share videos from August 22nd, 2023 to 2026. And the total amount of $21,762, billed in equal installments for the first 3 years. The first year would be $7,254. And last, the Curriculum Committee recommends regarding the high school program to approve enrollment with Edmentum for 1 high school student to attend Ed Options Academy Standard virtually from March 29th through the 9th of June at a cost not to exceed $295. So thank you. And the next committee meeting is Tuesday, April 18th. Thanks.
Thank you, Loy. Any questions from board members? Okay, we'll now go to the Finance Committee. Louisa?
Okay, the Finance Committee met on March 21st. The committee reviewed the monthly financial reports for approval at today's meeting. The committee also reviewed other finance items for the agenda, including a change order for additional work as part of the Millstone River and Dutch Neck Media Centers, a revision to the dollar amount of a STEM grant for a non-public school teacher, an approval to dispose of obsolete equipment, a few transportation quotes, and some professional development travel. Staff provided updates on district construction projects. I believe Dana covered most of those already. Administration shared information regarding food service for the month of February. They served 619 breakfasts and 46,283 lunches. Sodexo hired 2 employees and 1 employee returned from a leave of absence. The district food service manager communicates regularly with building principals regarding staff shortages in the cafeteria operation. Most of the equipment ordered from the 2021 National School Lunch Program grant has arrived and been installed. The district was just notified that it was awarded a new 2022 grant in the amount of $72,146 for additional cafeteria equipment. The district has spent $181,000 of supply chain assistance funds to date on items that meet the eligibility criteria. Also, Send Hunger Packing has donated 100 ShopRite gift cards, totaling $2,500 for elementary school families with students on free and reduced lunch to use during spring break. The committee was provided a copy of the updated and final budget calendar. Due to the competitive nature of the job market, administration is recommending an immediate $1 per hour increase in salary for Eyes on the Door staff and another 75 cents per hour increase starting July 1st of '23. Also, the committee discussed possible paths forward to start evaluating the process and assessing the impacts of a possible change to school start times. In other business, the committee reviewed information regarding a possible second energy savings improvement program that would include additional solar arrays on school property. The committee will next meet on Tuesday, April 18th.
Thank you, Louisa. Are there any questions from board members? Okay. All right, we'll now move to the voting portion of the meeting. Can I have a motion for administration items 1 through 9? Dana and Liz, any questions or comments? Chris?
Okay, we'll start with Ms. Chenier.
Yes.
Ms. Ho.
Yes.
Ms. Krug.
Yes.
Ms. Maliga.
Yes.
Ms. Shetty.
Yes.
Ms. Zovich.
Yes.
Ms. McEwen.
Yes.
Ms. Juliana.
Yes. We now move to the curriculum items. Can I have a motion for curriculum items 1 through 5? Loy and Graylin, are there any questions or comments? Chris?
Okay, we'll start with Ms. Ho.
Yes.
Ms. Krug.
Yes.
Ms. Maliga.
Yes.
Ms. Shetty.
Yes.
Ms. Zovich.
Yes.
Ms. Cheniera.
Yes.
Ms. McEwen.
Yes.
Ms. Juliana.
Yes. We now move to finance items. Can I have a motion for finance items 1 through 10 plus the blue addendum? Louisa and Shweta. Any questions or comments? Okay, Chris?
Okay, we'll start with Ms. Krug.
Yes.
Geez, I'm stuttering over a sudden. Okay, and next we have Ms. Maliga.
Yes.
Ms. Shetty.
Yes.
Ms. Zovich.
Yes.
Ms. Cheniera.
Yes.
Ms. Ho.
Yes.
Ms. McEwen.
Yes.
Ms. Juliana.
Yes.
Okay.
And can I have a motion for personnel items 1 and 2 plus the green addendum? Robin and Dana. Any questions or comments?
Okay, we'll start with Ms. Maliga.
Yes.
Ms. Shetty.
Yes.
Ms. Zovich.
Yes.
Ms. Cheniera.
Yes.
Ms. Ho.
Yes.
Ms. Krug.
Yes.
Okay, and next is Ms. McEwen
Yes.
and Ms. Juliana.
Yes. So we have, I want to acknowledge some retirements that we just voted on, so I'll mention those. We have William Maloney, who is a math teacher, retiring from Grover Middle School after 19 years in the district. We have Suzanne Millman, a science teacher from Grover Middle School, retiring after 25 years in the district. Barbara Osborne, elementary teacher from Millstone River, retiring after 26 years in the district. And Dr. Michael Wellborn, principal from Wyckoff, retiring after 36 years in the district. So I do want to thank all the retirees for all of your years of dedication and service to this district. Thank you so much. And please enjoy your retirement. And I do want to say a special thanks to Dr. Wellborn. My children as well started off at Wyckoff. He was the first principal that we know. I know there's a number of board members here who had that as well. So Dr. Wellborn, you will be very missed, but thank you so much for all that you've done for this community. All right.
Just to echo that on behalf of the administration to Dr. Wellborn, I've had the great pleasure to serve with him for the past 14 years. His 36 years in district as a teacher, assistant principal, last 20 years serving as the principal of Wyckoff Elementary School. There's a reason the place is called Happy Valley. All you have to do is meet Mike and just be around him and how he just embraces and loves children. He has tremendous pride in his school. He loves working with his staff. He loves working with the kids, and he loves working with his PTA and his school, his parent community. So Dr. Wellborn's one of a kind. He'll be greatly missed, and he's made an indelible mark on the district and the families of West Windsor-Plainsboro. So a thank you to Dr. Wellborn for his service.
Thank you, Dr. Adel. All right, we'll now move to the approval of our minutes. Can I have a motion to approve the minutes from February 28th and March 14th? Graylin and Loy. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any abstentions? Oh. Yes, Liz. Okay, Liz. All right. And board liaison reports?
This past week, some of my board colleagues and I had the opportunity to read to 4th and 5th grade classes here at Village. I would like to thank the teachers who welcomed us into their classes, the students who listened to the books and asked great questions, and the teachers who coordinated this event, Lisa Bremer and Vanessa Bruno. I also had the opportunity to observe the 6th, 4th, and 5th grade students from Millstone and Village who were the finalists in the Sodexo-sponsored Future Chefs National Challenge at Village School. They created their dishes, which were judged for taste, healthiness, kid-friendliness, originality, ease of preparation, plate presentation, and student chef presentations. Thank you to the Sodexo staff members, including Catherine Muto, Sodexo Operations Manager, and our District Food Services Manager, Tony Cowlack, for giving WWP students this experience. As the board liaison to the New Jersey School Boards Association and the president of the Mercer County School Boards, I would like to share some highlights from the recent Mercer County School Board Association meeting. On Wednesday, March 15th, the Mercer County School Board Association held its meeting at Trenton High School. At this meeting, we heard from 8th grade students from many of the Mercer County middle schools, including a student from each of our middle schools here. We heard about the students' experience through the pandemic lockdown and their excitement to enter high school. The Mercer County School Board Association will next meet on Wednesday, May 3rd at 6 p.m. The meeting topic will be focusing on best practices for school boards. And I hope that some of my board colleagues can join me at this hybrid meeting. This past Friday evening, March 24th, I attended the New Jersey School Board Association Board of Directors meeting as the Mercer County voting representative. At this meeting, the executive director and president presented several topics, including the recently published NJSBA report from the Firearms Task Force and the new negotiations data portal. The board of directors approved the NJSBA's 23-24 budget, which will include a member dues adjustment and increases in association staff to provide better service to its members. And then the next day, on Saturday, I attended the NJSBA County Leadership Meeting, and we had lively discussions on several topics, including the 2% budget cap. We also talked about enhancing the student presentations at the county meetings by partnering with other education groups. And finally, I had the opportunity to attend the student-run talent show, the Tonight Show at High School North on March 18th. And I want to commend the students for doing a phenomenal job singing, dancing, acting, and putting together a fun show. Thanks.
Thank you, Dana. Yes, another liaison report?
Sort of. It's kind of a liaison report. I had the pleasure of attending Maurice Hawk's International Fair last Friday, and it was put on hold for the last few years, and it's a really lovely tradition that really highlights the diversity in the school community as well as the broader community. There were some groups, some community groups that came to perform, which did include a few Maurice Hawk alumni and some other students from some of the other schools in our district. So that was a really lovely evening.
Thanks, Caitlin. Any other liaison reports? Yep, Liz?
I just wanted to also mention that to thank the administration and the chaperones who had accompanied the children, the seniors of both High School South and North on the Disney trip. This has been like a long-awaited experience for them, and I know the students really enjoyed it. So thank you for ensuring that this happens and makes it a memorable occasion.
Thanks, Liz. Any other liaison reports? Okay. Any new business? Right, that leads us to the second opportunity for public comments. The board invites comments from members of our community who are present. Each participant is asked to give his or her name and address prior to making a statement, which will be limited to 3 minutes in accordance with Board Policy 0167. All statements shall be directed to the presiding officer. This public comment period shall be limited to 15 minutes. Are there any public comments?
Hi, my name is Preeti Vermani. I live in Plainsboro Township. So regarding the comments made for the CP and honors program, so with due respect, I want to understand, will the course be taught same to the kids? And if the course is taught same by the teacher, and the honors kids will be taking harder test, and the CP kids will be taking less harder test, so how is it fair if the same course is taught but the test is different? Secondly, what is the proposal to manage the group projects in the mixed skill level? How are they going to manage it? Like, how are they going to combine the kids? Because right now, when there's an honors class, there's projects which are at different level. Thirdly, if there is, I understand the school is trying to make a holistic approach where they're trying to, do a smooth transition from middle school to high school, then, why this proposal is not being shared with the parents and we are getting informed through high school kids? If it's a holistic approach and it's betterment for the kids, then why is it not communicated to the parents? Why there is not a presentation? And this school district has always been, providing options. I would say that the suggestion would be giving options to the, freshmen where they have flexibility to change. I understand the kids are coming from middle school, they are not sure whether they should take a regular course or an honors course. So they should have a flexibility for 1 month where they can, if they have taken a honors course and they feel, I'm not ready for the honors course, they can go back to the regular course. Or if they have taken regular and they feel it's too easy for them, they can challenge themselves. Then until 1 month, for 4 weeks, they're allowed to change, giving more flexibility. Same thing applies to sports and music. There is junior varsity, there is a varsity, and then there is a freshman team. Because the skill set is different. If that's the case for sports, music, then it's same for academics.
Thank you. Any other comments?
Pratik Mehta, resident of West Windsor and father of 2. I'm here to convey our plan of actions for the future board meeting on behalf of the WWP Parent Coalition for the late start. Yeah, I'll be honest, we planned some other speech, but we were hoping that there will be some definitive planned action to investigate what can be done for the late start, which I think is still not determined. We have sent an email to you requesting the same on behalf of the about 800 parents, and as a parents, we will keep coming to these meetings until some definitive steps are taken. But in the past, as a board member, all of you and Dr. Adderhold, you have achieved many feats in the past, which were difficult and hard. And this is not much different. If we are talking about 20 years to take elementary school from half day to full day, that's a bit longer. But maybe around 2 or 3 years, we are talking about investigating and taking formal steps to find out whether late start is feasible or not. It's, I think, a bit more practical. But all we are looking forward is some formal next steps that we can hope for and look forward for. And we all were looking forward to hear about that, which will keep coming. Just wanted to let you know that this is not the end. We are going to, you will see us here, and we'll keep coming and we'll keep requesting that. Thank you, and have a good evening.
Thank you. Any other comments? Okay. All right. So hearing none, I'll close the second opportunity for public. Okay, go ahead.
Starry greetings, Makaran Bidwai, Princeton, New Jersey. When this virtual meeting shift to in-person, I had made a request for hybrid, like one parent made today, and that is inclusiveness because there are probably people in the train or the bus right now who can't come here. So let's do that. And the other thing is, the superintendent mentioned due diligence. This AAP report has been out since 2014. For the sake of these parents, can the superintendent narrate what steps he has taken, concrete, and then I can go and Oprah them? Because I sent an Oprah request and the lady didn't understand it. And I didn't understand what I'm asking. So superintendent can enable me to make a proper Oprah as to what steps he took in 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, up until February 28, when this group started coming. Thank you. For the late start and the AAP guidance.
Thank you. Are there any other comments? Okay. All right, with that, we'll close the second opportunity for public comments. All right, so we will need to return to closed session to finish our discussions of closed session topics, so I will have to read this statement. So whereas the Open Public Meetings Act authorizes boards of education to meet in executive session under certain circumstances, whereas the Open Public Meetings Act requires the board to adopt a resolution at a public meeting to go into private session, now therefore be it resolved by the West Windsor-Plainsboro Regional School District Board of Education that it is necessary to meet in executive session to discuss certain items involving personnel matters. Be it further resolved that any discussion held by the board, which need not remain confidential, will be made public as soon as feasible. The minutes of the executive session will not be disclosed until the need for confidentiality no longer exists. Be it further resolved that the board will not return to open session to conduct business at the conclusion of the executive session. So can I get a motion to adjourn to close session? Louisa and Robin, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much.